On tonight's most excellent episode, we talk about Bill and Ted.
Face the Music.
Oh, yeah. Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yeah.
But also the guys in general. The new trailers for Dune and 007.
And more pop culture news, entertainment, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. So, this weekend was a big weekend for me because I saw, from beginning to end, for the first time in my life.
We saw this movie about time travel.
Yes.
Two guys time traveling to save the world.
Yes.
Wait, we saw Tenet again? No.
No. We saw Bill and Ted 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she saw it for the first time. I saw it before.
Mm-hmm.
We probably jump into Bill and Ted 3, Face the Music.
Mm-hmm.
Bill and Ted 2, it got better. Like last time I watched. I don't know. I watched a couple times before and I never quite liked it because
It's
I
not
don't
great.
know. The whole death, like, come on, they spent so long playing with death. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time I liked it.
Okay.
Station, big station.
Yeah.
Station! Anyways,
Yeah.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Mm-hmm.
Before we start, spoiler alert.
Yep. All the spoilers. I will say with this one, you have to see both previous films.
Do you?
I think so. To appreciate. I mean, so much of this one was based on. A lot of it was taken from the second movie, like their whole relationship with death.
Yeah.
And the whole going to
sure.
hell, and they're like, I don't think you'd really get that if you hadn't seen
The end of
the second one.
They show clips of how they did it at the end of the second one, and then they come back to this one and say, no, they didn't, not yet.
Oh yeah, how they achieve,
Mm-hmm.
how they unify everything. Yeah. Okay, well, do you want to do a synopsis or just what we thought of it?
Sure. Yeah, you can talk about it. It's
Yeah?
It's not very complicated. The plot is quite the same as both previous movies.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted. Bill, what's Bill's name? Bill.
William.
No, they don't call him William, do they?
No, but Bill is always short for William.
Ted is Theodore.
Yeah.
What's the last name of?
We saw this last night.
I can't remember. I forgot. Logan. Theodore
Yeah.
Logan Esquire.
And Bill Preston?
Bill Preston. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, they are destined to save the world. They're gonna unify the world through music. And that was the plot of the original movie. They were high school students, and they were about to fail. And someone comes from the future to help them not fail high school, so they become musicians. Because if they fail, they're gonna split because Ted's father will send him to
military school.
Anyways.
Yeah, so they've got to stay together. In the second one, they are still trying to put together this. Oh yeah, in the second one, killer robots are sent from the future. The second one is basically Terminator. Killer robots are sent from the future to destroy them and the whole world order and everything that is created because of their song. But they die and they go to hell and they come back. And anyway.
Yeah, different than Terminator. They actually die. The Terminators terminate them and they go to hell.
Yeah. But the whole killer robot from the future is the same.
Yeah.
So this one, Face the Music, we meet Bill and Ted, but we see that everything they accomplished at the end of the second one was just kind of a temporary high. That wasn't really the song that unites reality, and they've spent the last 25 years trying to write the song, but ultimately trying and failing. But they also have these beautiful families. They're married the princesses, and they're very happy, sort of. And they have daughters, who little Bill and little Ted, who we find out are actually Thea and anyway, Billy.
Which is they put this line there to justify the fact that they have girls, because in the second movie they introduce boys. Oh, this is little Bill and this is little Ted, and then there's a line in the movie that says like, oh, you make these girls be like you, so much like you, that you even call them Bill and Ted when they are not really Bill and Ted. They're Billy and Thea.
Yeah. So Billy and Thea, they're following in their father's footsteps. They spend all day, every day, listening to music, living in their parents' house. Ted's dad is still just disgusted and disappointed with his son. Missy is now married to Deacon, Ted's younger brother. I totally called that out. I'm like, who is Missy going to be married to this time?
I wasn't expecting. In the trailer, there's the scene from the wedding. I never made a connection that would be Missy.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I'd just seen the two movies for the first time.
Yeah.
It was all fresh for me.
No, it was hilarious.
Yeah. So Kristen Shaw shows up for the future and says, guys, reality is not just like falling apart. It's like folding in on itself. It's a mess. They have until 7:17 p.m. to get to MP46, wherever that is, to play the song. So they only have a couple hours. In the meantime, they find out that the princesses aren't happy and their marriages are falling apart. And so we launch two separate lines where Bill and Ted are trying to save their marriages, figure out what the heck the song is. And the girls are trying to put together like the ultimate band with the greatest musicians the earth has ever seen to help them play this song. So that's basically where the movie goes. So the two lines. In the meantime, another killer robot who has a strong 80s aesthetic is sent back to kill Bill and Ted because they're thinking maybe Bill and Ted are supposed to die. Maybe that's what the event that like holds reality together. Anyway.
Yeah, Dennis.
Take it away.
Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. The movie it's funny. It's it makes comedy and sci-fi and pays homage to the original, not only because they have the original characters, but they even have a clip, hologram of George Carlin that was the original Rufus.
Which was really nice.
And Kristen Shaw is what's her name? Robin Vanessa
Kelly.
Kelly. Yes, Kelly.
Anyway, she's Rufus's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what else?
Like what else about the plot, or
in general, what else?
Oh, just in general, I thought it was really successful. Especially like a sequel coming this long after, I had very low expectations. But I thought they did great. In large part, I think, because they had a lot of the original cast. Mm-hmm. They had the original writers. That's probably the biggest thing. The original cast and the original writers. But they kept just a lot of that spirit of the first films, like the goofiness, but also the sincerity, and they did ultimately save the world. One thing we had talked about this, how one of the twists of the film is that it's actually the girls who come up with the song that saves reality. Which is
like since these days how things are, and the fact that the two girls, two next generation of Preston and Logan, so it's not a huge surprise that would happen. But not that being enough, they put a line at the beginning of the movie that's like basically throws that at your face. There was like, oh, come on, I suspected that, but at least we could be surprised if it wasn't for that line. They reveal like explicitly too big in too big of a way that they will be the ones that will be save the day. But at least when they do that, I thought, oh, so they're gonna retcon the first two movies, and so the Bill and Ted that become, the the chosen ones, the savior, whatever they call
The great ones.
the great ones, will not be them, but it was always the daughters.
Yeah, which to me would have been disappointing. Like, it would make sense that Bill and Ted, like, they had to be together. They had to be wild stallions to raise and create these daughters. But it still would have been kind of disappointing. So I feel like, so at the beginning of the movie, I was like, oh, okay, that's a letdown.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way they actually handled it was okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't really. They help a lot.
Yeah.
But the Bill and Ted or something that is still the great ones.
Yeah.
And they couldn't retcon because they have great statues in the first two movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also that just would have been lame, and what they did was actually, I think, really wholesome. Like, it was the families working together, and
Yeah.
it was Bill and Ted and Bill and the princesses, and yeah, it was all of them together that wrote this song that
Unified the universe.
unified reality. Yeah. so I thought, so yeah, at first I was ready to be disappointed, but they took it somewhere good. I think overall it's worth seeing. Not like a you have to see this now in the theater.
Yeah.
But
the movie is actually available for what they call it, home theater. No, that's not home
I don't
cinema.
remember. Yeah.
Cinema home, theater home. Yeah, you can buy on any streaming platform.
Yeah.
Or rent.
And if you enjoyed the first one, I think you'll enjoy this one. In fact, I think it's a lot like the Indiana Jones trilogy. Like, the first one's amazing, the second one is ugh, and then the third one is amazing again. Maybe not amazing. No, yeah, pretty good.
Sure.
Anyways, I liked it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so Bill and Ted Face the Music is available in movie theaters or for streaming. Yeah, go watch it. It's fun.
Yeah.
David Grohl shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Keanu in a fat suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do me like, dude, we need to. it's yeah.
Yeah, they did a great job. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was everything fun about the first one.
Be excellent.
Be excellent to each other. Yeah.
Party on, dudes.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Anyways.
And his dad. His dad has a huge change of heart.
What?
Which was nice to see.
Oh, yeah, because he dies.
Yeah, he dies, but then he's like, instead of being a butt about it, he's like, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And I'm gonna help you now. So we get to see, like, his dad isn't just a jerk. His dad wants the best for his son and just never understood him. But once he understood him, he was there for his son.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. That was nice. Anyway, moving on.
Yes. Okay. One of the most stupid ideas in the history of stupid ideas was
which is an extensive history.
Was announced by the Motion Picture Academy Association, like whatever the last A means. They announced changes. They announced changes on the Oscar eligibility. And it's pretty stupid. For the sake of inclusivity and diversity, yada 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 yada, the movies that to win an Oscar, to be nominated and to win an Oscar, they have to fulfill.
No, just for Best Picture.
Yeah.
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 I'm just specifying. It's only for the Best Picture category.
And that's the sort of thing. When they come up with those ideas, they kind of the cowards, they not even do it, like full on. They did the same thing once. Like, we're gonna do 10 movies for Best Picture this year, and it was, it only changed the Best Picture category, not all of them.
Yeah.
Anyways, so for Best Picture, they create this rule that they have follow a checklist, which at least 2 of the
4.
2 of the what they call categories, criterias to be nominated, which includes woman.
So there's standards. That's what it is. There are 4 standards. So there's on-screen representation. There's creative leadership and the project teams, like the people actually making the movie. The industry access and opportunities, so like internships and stuff like that. And then audience development, which is a fancy, nice way of saying marketing.
How you do that?
By having people, it's kind of like the internships thing. So like people on the marketing, publicity, and distribution side of the film, there has to be representation there. So you have to meet 2 of the 4 standards to count. And the way of meeting them is including having a certain percentage of your cast, your crew, on-screen time, all that other stuff be filled with women or minority people.
Yeah.
Or minorities.
So, not because of talent, but because it's required. Yeah. And when that goes to cast, that basically create a problem that it would erase of the Oscar eligibility for Best Picture 1/3, 2/3 of all the Best Pictures. Last year, for instance, 1917, there's no woman in the movie, right?
There aren't. So they could have met that though with having.
I know. I'm talking
people
about.
on the
I'm
crew
talking about.
and on the marketing team.
I'm talking about the cast.
Okay.
There's no woman in the movie. There's no people of color. There's no people of genders. There's no what else? I think that's it. Minorities. Actually, there's one. There's one.
We see the one Indian soldier.
Parasite, the movie that won. It shouldn't, but it won for Best Picture. There's no minority. And that's funny because someone said, oh, the Asian, the Korean, they're minority. Nope, the movie is Korean.
Yeah.
So for to have a minority on that movie, it had to be, I know, someone from Brazil. That would be a minority in Korea.
But a lot of the main characters were women.
Huh?
In Parasite.
Oh, yeah, sure.
There's the wife, the mom, the girl. There are a lot of women, so it probably would have been fine.
Anyways, it's the Academy is doing such a stupid idea. If they do, they could. I don't know. It's about talent. Is about merit. The quality of the movie is about the quality of the movie, and they forcing this to do this. I don't know. You want to help the industry. Find a way to, I don't know, give tax breaks for a studio that hires, I don't know, one of those categories. I don't know, I just think it's dumb. And I'm not alone. Everywhere, people are talking about it in the Academy saying, it's like, oh, but of course people are talking bad because it's a good idea. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
It's not always how that works.
Anyways, it's just... Yeah, the Academy has been losing credibility for a while now, and now even more. It's like Parasite, come on. Parasite
I really don't get why that one.
Totally political.
Yeah. I enjoyed the movie. It was an interesting movie.
But not better than...
Not Best Picture.
Not better than...
last year.
Like so many of the other competitors. Including the one that should win 1917.
Yeah, 1917. I walked out of 1917 just feeling blown away. Yeah. Just transported, edified, in awe. Parasite I enjoyed, but I don't get it. I don't get it. And this new rule, it seems weird that it is just for Best Picture. Like, if this really is so important, shouldn't it apply to everything? And then I worry too, like,
they know it's a mess, and that's
like, are editing decisions going to be made now? Like, oh, we got to keep the scene, otherwise we're going to lose.
That's why they know it's a mess. That's why they limited to the Best Picture. They did it with the 10 movies. They could do 10 movies for every category, but it was like, oh no. But no, yeah.
And I worried too I wish it was going to be like affirmative action, where a woman or someone representing a minority is going to make something really great, and it's going to get nominated, and people are just going to wonder, like,
yeah,
like it's going to cast a shadow of doubt.
Yeah, it diminished
over any accomplishment.
The accomplishment.
Yeah.
Same way they wanted to create this like stupid idea, what was like a popular vote.
Oh, that was so
snobby. They are on a trend of making
they're gonna have like a category
decisions.
for popular films.
Yeah. It's like yeah, people vote through the internet. So ridiculous.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, no, the Academy lately I mean last maybe decade or two, it's losing it, and yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
They could use like the absurd amount of money they doing to build that museum that is still not open to, I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird.
To help inclusivity, to help, to help students become professionals, and those students, women, black people, Asian, give internships and scholarships to help give opportunities.
Sure.
Not like, oh, you want to win the best picture? You have to follow the checklist. Yeah. And once you create a list, that list will not stay like this. It's gonna and boom, again, your list is useless because someone will complain. Oh, but I should be in the list. Oh, but I should be in the list. Anyways.
And shouldn't there be a point where the standards aren't required anymore?
I don't
like if this is actually a good idea, then it should have a natural expiration date. Like there would come a time where you don't need it.
It's the Academy, and they are the people that create lists and standards and this.
Well.
If it lasts, I mean, maybe next year it's like And again, it's super political. The Academy has a president of the Academy, and the next president might say, no.
Sure.
But they've been creating these so-called social justice rules for the Academy. They made members, like among the black community, they invited a lot of people to become part of the Academy just because they're black, and some of them really didn't care, didn't use that well, like that big black lady from Saturday Night Live,
Leslie Jones.
Yeah, she said she would not even vote, she not even saw the movie, so they just invited her, and when there's people working hard to become members, because that would matter for them. Anyways,
on a much brighter note, much happier note, the Dune trailer was amazing. This is like total shift and everything.
Yeah. And that one might be nominated for Best Picture because it has black people, has woman. What else it needs? Oh, they don't have midgets. They might not be nominated for Best Picture. But Denis Villeneuve, again, did a beautiful job with his new movie. You know him from Blade Runner 2049. That was, beautiful as well.
In fact, I read that he did Blade Runner 2049 to prepare for making this film. He's wanted to make Dune for a long time, but he wanted to get some experience in the genre before he actually made Dune. So it's 2049, and there was another one that escapes me at the moment. Another sci-fi type film that he did.
I can't remember.
Yeah, me neither. But either way, this is a big deal for him, and it shows.
The movie is huge. The cast is spectacular. The visuals are stunning, and I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Oh, Hans Zimmer was going to do the score. Oh no, My brain is just not working right now. Hans Zimmer usually... Wait for it. Oh yeah, Hans Zimmer usually does Christopher Nolan's films. He had to choose between Tenet and Dune. He skipped Tenet. He passed on Tenet to do the score for Dune.
Okay.
So this is a big deal for these guys.
Cool.
So, and I suspect it's going to pay off. I've moved the book up on my reading list because it comes out, the week before Christmas?
It comes out, it's already? Oh, wow. I thought it would be next year.
Wasn't it because they announced...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I told you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they moved Wonder Woman from
Mm-hmm.
October to Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
1 week after Dune. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I moved the book up on the reading list, and we're going to watch the 1980-something films.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do a little comparing.
Okay. More news. The Walking Dead announced that season 11 will be the end.
Mm-hmm.
And the show has many spin-offs. The Fear the Walking Dead, Walking Dead, The War, I can't remember, The War Apart, The War Different. And there's another one coming. So
Wow.
So
it's the end, but it's not the end.
Yeah, and there's two rumors.
You might say The Walking Dead is undead.
And they might say there's still rumors that they're gonna do a movie with Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Oh, on a similar note, Supernatural just had their final day of shooting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So.
I know that Jason Ackles, whatever his name is, kept the car.
Yeah, the Impala.
Yeah.
That show has been on so long. It's become so iconic. Like, I've never watched a full episode. We're good. I've never watched a full episode, but, like, there's just stuff you know about the show.
I've very little.
Yeah.
Angels.
Yeah.
And gods and demons. And,
Anyway, so there.
DC announced an animation for the long Halloween, Batman, The Long Halloween. It's going to be 2 parts. So classic Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb comic book is coming to live, but not action, animation.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, another spin-off. Blackish. So, Walking Dead's getting all of its spin-offs. Blackish is doing yet another spin-off called Oldish?
Oldish.
Yeah.
The first spin-off they had was called Grownish, when the daughter leaves the house to college and it's on Freeform. The second one was called
Mixed-ish. Yep.
About the
Rainbow
the
growing up in the
80s memoirs of Rainbow Anderson. Is it Johnson. Anderson is the name of the actor. Anthony Anderson.
Oh, Anthony Anderson. I thought, never mind.
And now they're gonna do one with the grandpa and grandma, called Oldish.
So Lawrence Fishburne is gonna be.
And the lady, I can't remember her name.
Jennifer Lewis.
Sure.
Either way, they're great supporting characters. I'm curious to see how they'll do as carrying a full show. But okay.
Behind the scenes, Daisy Ridley said that this week that back during the times of shooting The Force Awakens, she was a Kenobi.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's another evidence that Rian Johnson screwed up things big time. It wasn't the plan for her to be Palpatine. It was like the end of The Force Awakens.
That was so obvious.
It's clear, that the connection between her and Luke is either from father and daughter, or even father and daughter like, because Obi-Wan, it was kind of like a father to him. So I
don't know. I couldn't. I As much as I like the idea of them being a father and daughter, I could never believe that Luke would abandon his kid the way that she was left on Jakku. I could see Kenobi doing it.
What?
I don't know, it just makes... Because he's got the... Kenobi always had that whole, like, Jedi detachment thing. Like, he was okay, like, being in love with Satine, but never actually doing anything about it.
I don't know. I think it would
and
be...
And also Kenobi, like, he had to stay in hiding from... It just made more sense that Kenobi would need to hide a child. I don't think Luke would have had to have a child.
Either way, I think there would be an explanation. The whole... How it happened and how it's showed on The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough to judge if it was hiding, if it was running away, or if she was kidnapped, or whatever.
Sure. That's true.
You know?
That's true.
But yeah, so Daisy Ridley came out and yeah, said that she was supposed to be Kenobi, but then came The Last Jedi and screwed everything up, and yeah.
Oh well. We've been on that soapbox quite a bit.
Yeah.
Happier thoughts. Tenet is doing pretty well at the box office.
Yes.
All things considered.
It did 20 million on the first weekend and like 200 million globally, which, you know, for movie theaters closed everywhere is pretty good.
Yeah. In fact, people are going the distance to see Tenet, like road trips and stuff.
Yeah, the people in states or cities that don't have movie theaters open, they're driving, if not even flying to places where they can watch the movie.
Yeah.
Because that's how the movie was made, to be watched at the movies.
Yeah, this is one you really need to see in the theater. And it's worth taking a trip. And we've seen this before. I remember reading in the during the Great Depression, the entertainment industry never really suffered the same way as others. Even as bad as things got, people still spent like money and time on things like radio shows and plays and stuff like that.
Yeah,
toys,
the
comics.
Boomed because it helped people get out of the situation
and escape
into fantasy that would help them, inspire them in hard times. So if Tenet is one that you should go see in the movie, one that it doesn't really matter. It's Disney's Mulan.
Oh, that is so disappointing. Disclaimer: we haven't actually seen the film yet. But
I'm not even gonna talk about the quality of the movie. I'm gonna talk about the stupid marketing strategy, distribution strategy that Disney decided to release on Disney Plus, overcharging you for a movie that you don't have.
$30 is too much
if you don't have Disney Plus. So they did that, and it's not working. It's failing. It's not making as much money as they wish and as they hope. Besides a whole political issues and boycotts, Free Hong Kong, and trying to boycott the movie because of the China Film Commission and the China government, and besides the theme of China being so awesome and so great, and maybe back in the day, not nowadays.
I feel like the theme of Mulan is so awesome and great.
Yeah.
But this movie should have been incredible. I was looking forward to this forever. So this is all very disappointing.
I mean, I was already. I wasn't happy about it when they said there would be no songs, and no Donny Osmond.
I don't know. For me, that was a good thing. Like if you're gonna remake and do like a live action movie or redo a movie you've already done before, give me something different. Making an epic war movie instead of like another musical comedy.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, also maybe Donny Osmond doesn't need to be in a Chinese story. I'm just saying. As much as I love that song.
That's right. It has to be, voices, Chinese voice. Anyways. What else?
Disney is rebooting Doogie Howser.
Yes. It's official. They're gonna do it a series. This one's gonna be mixed race girl.
Named Doogie Kamealoha.
Yes. And I guess the premise is the same. She's young, she's super smart.
16-year-old doctor.
And she becomes a doctor. I don't know how it's going to be these days. Because, back in the day, you could get away with some crazy concepts. Nowadays, you have to be a little bit more realistic. And, it's like people, I don't know, it's like, the board of medical will allow this kid to be it's like,
I don't know, that could be part of the drama or the challenge of the show.
Yeah, sure, but the
or the conflict.
Sure. Anyways,
We'll see.
I just think of the crap we had back in the day that nowadays to adapt you have to work more because you can't
Our
get
standards
away.
are higher.
Yeah, you can get, especially if the internet, people do research for everything. It's like you can get away with some stuff that you could, like in Bill and Ted back in the day. Yeah, which in fact they were pretty, detailistic. Is that what in English?
No, detail oriented.
Detail oriented. It's like the book they use, the history book they use in the movies was actually the same book that the California high schools back during that time used. Anyways,
oh my.
Yeah. Anyways, so Dogi Kamala Halumalihaye will be on Disney Plus soon.
Okay. While we're talking about things being realistic, Amazon has bought a Tiger King series and Nicolas Cage
will be Joe Exotic.
Yes. So Hollywood's crazy man is going to be a crazy man.
Yeah.
This is...
It's going to be interesting.
I question the need to make a series about it, because this is one of those cases where reality is stranger than fiction, where the reality is so bizarre. Why do we need to make another version of this?
That's true. I don't know. Maybe they're going to fictionalize. Maybe they're going to be more. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. How can the fiction be any more bizarre or captivating or...
Maybe
the reality is already such a compelling train wreck.
Maybe gonna learn about his childhood and traumas and I don't know. A plot to revenge to steal the Declaration of Independence in the back of a tiger.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Either way, Nicolas Cage is certainly up to the task. So
yeah,
he's exotic enough to be Joe Exotic.
Yeah. You know what? He could win Best Picture because Joe Exotic's character is
gay.
Bisexual, gay. Yeah. And there you go.
He's not bi. He's very gay. He made that quite clear.
Oh, yeah, the husbands.
The husbands were not gay.
Yeah. Bi.
Were they?
I don't know.
Anyway, again, why do we need to make a fictional series when the reality is just so...
Anyways, but Nicolas Cage, Best Actor, for your consideration on Joe Exotic.
Okay.
A Dark Journey. It's based on a Texas article, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. We'll see.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, we talked about Wonder Woman changing.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess that's all for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow there's more DC fandom. This time they're gonna do you can watch any panel anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to, if you only want to watch one panel, you don't have to wait for 2 in the morning or 5 in the morning, depending on where you go on the planet.
It's more on demand.
And but still 24 hours. If you want to see something, go there, get it. And I guess that's it.
All right.
See you next week.
Cool. Be excellent to each other.
May the force be with you.
Yeah.
Party on.
Okay. Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.